welcome to the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees. In this episode, we're going to be doing another of the most requested episodes I've ever had. Messi versus Ronaldo. Who's better? Who's won more? Who's got the best skills? Who's won the most awards? And so much more. Before we do that, you know the deal by now. We need to do some of your shout outs and your messages and a couple of Apple Podcast reviews. The first one says, "Hi Darren, our names are Tom and Will. We are brothers. Tom is 9 and is a Man United fan, and Will is 7 and is a Liverpool fan. We both love listening to your podcast, and our favourite episodes have been the ones on Pele and Rooney. We really enjoy watching the Lionesses, so please could you do a podcast on Lauren Hemp? We think she's a great player because she played a crucial part in England winning the 2022 European Championship." Well, thank you so much for your message, boys, and thank you for being listeners. I also know that you're brilliant footballers for the team, Timperley Villa under 10s, that's you, Tom, and the under 8s for Will. So keep up the great work, keep doing fantastic stuff on the football pitch, and make sure that you keep enjoying what you're doing. And of course, there's going to be more episodes on Lionesses coming up because it's the Women's World Cup this summer, and I cannot wait. And the next one says, "Hi, my name is Jude and I've just started listening to the podcast. It's great and I love it. I'm 9 and I'm a West Ham fan. Please can you do an episode on West Ham or Antonio? Kind regards from Jude." Well, Jude, thank you very much for being a listener. Hopefully you've had a chance to listen to lots of episodes since you sent that message. And I bet you absolutely loved seeing West Ham win the cup the other night.
West Ham are massive, everywhere I go. West Ham are massive, everywhere I go, everywhere I go.
Cheers, Jude. The next one says, "Hi Darren, my name is Rory. I'm nearly 7. My birthday is the 15th of June. Well, blimey, Rory, what about that for timing? That's just a few days' time. So I hope that you have a really good birthday and a very, very happy birthday to you on the 15th of June. Rory says that he plays for Windlesham United under 7s. And please, could I do a big shout out to the fantastic coach, Colvinda, and the whole team. I support Tottenham and would love it if you could do an episode on Romero and Hugo Lloris. Thanks so much, Darren. We really love your podcast and we've listened to them all." And that is from Rory and his brother Jack. Right then, let's do a couple of Apple Podcast reviews to finish it off, shall we? But before we do those, just a quick note to say that if you really do enjoy the podcast, and I hope that you do, please do give it 5 stars because it helps other people find it. Some people have said, "I love this podcast, it's amazing, it's brilliant, it's wonderful," and then they've given it 1 star or 2 stars. So 5 stars means you really enjoy it. 1 or 2 stars means you think it's rubbish. Anyway, Mavidi gives the podcast 5 stars and says, "This podcast is the only podcast I can sit down and listen to. It's brilliant. You should do an episode on the GOAT, Phil Jones." And Ben, who gives the podcast 5 stars, says, "Hi Darren, I love your podcast and I would love it if you could do an episode on Kyle Walker as I'm a Manchester City fan." Well, thank you to everyone who sent their messages and given the podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and left a review, and also to everybody who's been reaching out via Spotify. If you want to send a message or a shout out, you can do so via footballforkidspodcast@gmail.com, or you can send me a direct message if you're a Patreon supporter. Right then, Messi versus Ronaldo. Hopefully, you would have had the chance to listen to both the episodes on Cristiano Ronaldo and the one which we did on Lionel Messi. 2 of the greatest players that have ever lived and are still playing. The Football for Kids episodes on both of those players are the most listened to episodes I've ever done. In fact, those 2 episodes are constantly overtaking each other. One week it's Messi, and the next week it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Then it's Messi, then it's Ronaldo, and it's like 2 cars having a race. If you haven't listened to either of those yet, give them a listen after this. It might help you make your decision. I might have told you this before, but one of the other sports which I love is boxing. And sometimes I'm on the radio doing commentary on boxing matches. In boxing, we have something called the Tale of the Tape, which is where you compare some of the numbers and facts about the 2 fighters. So, let's kick this off boxing style, shall we? Because this episode is going to be a bit of a tale of the tape. In the blue corner, fighting out of Argentina, South America, he's 35 years old and stands at 5'7", weighing in at 158 pounds. He's been nutmegging people since the age of 4 years old. The Barcelona, PSG, and Argentina legend, Lionel Andres Messi. And his opponent, standing in the red corner, fighting out of the beautiful land of Portugal and Europe. He's 38 years old, standing at 6'2", weighing in at 187 pounds. He's been scoring free kicks and out-the-box volleys since a child. He's a Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus and Portugal legend, Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's start with league football, shall we? Messi has been playing top league football since the 2004 season when he played for the Barcelona first team in the Spanish La Liga division. He played around 520 league games for Barcelona, scoring 474 league goals over 17 amazing seasons. He's since been at PSG for 2 seasons, bringing his league games up to 610 and his league goals up to 507. That is a lot of league football, a lot of games, and a lot of goals. What about Ronaldo then? Well, he's been playing top-level league football since the year 2002, when he played for Sporting Lisbon. He played in that league for 1 season, before going off to the Premier League to play 6 seasons with the Red Devils, Manchester United. And then he went to Spain to play for Real Madrid for 9 seasons, and then on to Juventus to play in the Italian top division for 3 seasons, then back to Manchester United for just over 1 season, to now being in the Saudi Pro League. In total, Cristiano Ronaldo has played around 669 league games and scored 512 goals across 5 leagues. So that means that Ronaldo has played 59 more league games than Messi and scored 5 more league goals than him. However, he has been playing in top-level league football for 2 years longer, and some people might argue that the Saudi Pro League is not at the standard of the leagues Messi has played in and scored in. But that's up for you to decide. What about major club trophies then? Messi has won the league 12 times, 10 times with his beloved Barcelona and twice with PSG. Ronaldo, on the other hand, has won 7 league titles, 2 with Real Madrid, 2 with Juventus, and 3 with Manchester United. So Messi has lifted 5 more league trophies than Cristiano Ronaldo. What about the European Cup, or the Champions League then? Messi has won the Champions League with Barcelona 4 times, and Ronaldo has won it 4 times with Real Madrid and once with Manchester United, so Ronaldo beats him with an extra European Championship. Overall, including titles and competitions like the Football League Cup, the Supercopa de España, the Copa del Rey, among many others, Messi has won 37 separate trophies with the clubs which he's played for. Cristiano Ronaldo has won 30 separate trophies with the clubs which he's played for. So, I think it's fair to say that both players have been very successful with game time, goals, trophies and everything else across the years with their different teams. What about playing and representing their country then? Before I give you some stats and facts on this one, you might already know this, but just in case you didn't, when a player plays for their country, they get something called a cap, which is a little hat that represents that they have played for their team. Messi has 174 caps for his side and is the 12th most capped player in the history of the game. Cristiano Ronaldo, on the other hand, has 198 caps and holds the record for being the most capped player of all time for a national side. That is some achievement. And who knows, he might even end up playing at next year's Euros. In terms of competitions and trophies for their countries, Ronaldo has won the Euros with Portugal in 2016 and the European Nations League in 2019. Messi has won the Copa America, the 2008 Olympics, the Finalissima, which was the winners of the Copa America versus the winner of the Euros, and last year he and his Argentine teammates were crowned champions of the world as they won the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Both Cristiano and Lionel have both been amazing as part of a team, but they've also been incredible players individually, and they've both won countless individual awards. One of the most prestigious and best awards you could ever win as a footballer is the Ballon d'Or. Messi has won 7 Ballon d'Or awards and is the player with the most awards since it started. Ronaldo has won the award 5 times and is the second most awarded player in history. They're both skillful, strong, agile, determined, powerful, quick thinkers, clever, and are 2 of the truly great players of the sport. We are so very lucky to be watching them play football, as they will both be spoken about for hundreds and hundreds of years. So, who would you pick if you had to pick one? Would it be Messi or would it be Ronaldo? If you're listening to this on Spotify, you can take part in a poll and vote for which player on there. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please make sure you hit 5 stars and then write your answer in your review. Simply put Messi or Ronaldo. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode and you've learnt some new things. So remember, if you know someone who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. Whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly or pitch side, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time.